Hello, everybody. This is Tony Longoria, organizer for TEDx Palo Alto College, and I'm here with a very special guest, an honored guest. This is Dr. Keri Stevens. She spoke at our inaugural event in 2018. Keri, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. It's so good to see you and to reconnect with you. What has life been like for you since you spoke at our event in 2018?
You know, it was really special for me to get to speak at that event because I was just kind of finishing up the first stages of some research on Hurricane Harvey and getting to kind of voice and share some of the thoughts and ideas that I had around disaster preparedness was really kind of perfect timing for my research and the things that I'm interested in studying. And so I've continued studying things along that line. And, you know, as a researcher, I have to go out and try to get grant funding. And so I've been able to get some additional funding to look at other types of disasters as well.
Wow, that's incredible. And I remember just being so blown away by your talk and the way that you're using your communication skills plus your teaching background, your research background to help humanity, to help people in disasters. It's fantastic. For those that are watching and you don't know who I'm speaking to, you don't know of Dr. Stevens, you don't know of her work, or if you haven't seen the TED Talk, I will put a link in the caption. But Keri, would you mind just giving us a high-level synopsis of the idea that you brought to the TEDx stage?
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that we had found in the Hurricane Harvey research is that there's actually a mismatch of communication between official emergency responders and the rest of the public. And one of the cool things is that we all have access to social media now. And so when people needed to be rescued, they would post what we started calling a call for help on social media. And a lot of just average citizens would come and rescue them, get them out of their neighborhood, be willing to go back in and get medicine that they had to leave behind. And it was this incredible coming together of communities and supporting one another and helping. And the challenges that we have moving forward with the fact that we're not prepared for disasters like we should be. We don't communicate in advance about how to get prepared. And then when something unexpected hits, we have to rely on the goodness of people to come together and help. There is one other thing that I mentioned in that was kind of the spark of an idea, which I haven't let go of. And that is this idea of if there is a way that we could create a group of average people who come together in disasters and mine social media to help with local knowledge and to share information back with emergency responders, to have that extra set of eyes. And I think I called it a social media activation force or something like that, much like our community emergency response teams that we have in a lot of communities today.
What a fantastic idea, optimizing and leveraging the power of social media and to do good. I really like that. So this force, this activation team would mine the hashtags or right, that kind of thing. I think it's lovely. It's just such a great idea.
Yeah, well, you know, they've been doing it. Groups have been doing this for quite a while. But the coolest thing is that now we can combine people with machines and we can start to automate some of this using forms of artificial intelligence that are really working for, you know, good purposes.
Yes, because I imagine it takes so many man hours to mine the social media hashtags and that kind of thing. To have some kind of artificial intelligence would really help out a lot. Yeah, that's incredible. I remember once hearing of an abduction, a young lady who was in a trunk of a car. Do you remember this?
I
And she
do
was
kind of remember
tweeting
that.
about it. And they
Yeah.
were able to capture her captor. They were able to rescue her. And then so many people that were able to get help during the Hurricane Harvey. That's incredible. Now we find ourselves in a different sort of disaster catastrophe that's affecting the whole world, the COVID situation that we're in, the coronavirus, as some people call it. How would you apply your idea to today's situation?
Well, when this broke out, And I actually was working on a research team at the time where I had some colleagues in China. And so I had a bit of advanced knowledge that this was coming. And so what I did is assembled a team, and we actually wrote another grant proposal. And we said, so let's see if we can study these CERT volunteers, these community emergency response teams that are going online and mining the hashtags for specifically prevention information around COVID-19 and also risky behaviors. Assembled our team. We were fortunate enough to actually get another National Science Foundation grant in May, and we went to work. And since that time, we've conducted 45 interviews with volunteers, and we know a whole lot more about what the social media landscape looks like right now with COVID-19. And so that's one of the things that we're immediately applying. Actually, what I did for the Hurricane Harvey work, but now we're looking at that kind of social media activation force. And, you know, we have another grant proposal due on Monday. And I'm frantically trying to finish that up to see if we can get even more funding to actually bring in community partners. So to bring the CERT volunteers into our research project and co-design this type of a project, and then see if we can actually approach FEMA and potentially take it nationwide.
Wow, that's incredible. That is amazing. You're doing some very fantastic work, and I wish you all the best with that. Thanks. So Keri, where can people go if they want to online find your research or find more information about what you're doing?
Yeah, so I do have a website, and I'm more than willing to actually let you put it on the in the chat if people want to look where that is. And it is https:// org for org, com, COMM, then tech, TECH.org. And they can also Google my name, Keri K. Stevens, and the University of Texas at Austin, and they'll be able to get access to pretty much all my stuff is out there. And we do share this publicly because we have received funding from the federal government to do a lot of this work. And my teams actually have 2 more projects related to flooding that we will be starting this fall.
Incredible. Well, thank you very much for giving access to that. And I will also put a link to your talk from 2018 and a link to your bio. Well, Keri, it's been a wonderful time reconnecting with you and seeing you again. And I hope that you can tune in to this year's TEDxPAC 2020, which will be a broadcast from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on September the 26th. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Well, thank you so much, Tony. I hope so too, and I wish you the best with this year's TEDx event.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.